I was happy when I was together with my family, when they were all still alive. Sadly, they're all gone, but I dream about them all the time. I have dreams about friends and family who are 99% of them deceased. But in the dream, they're very much alive. And when I wake up, I'm sorry that I woke up so soon because I wanted the dream to continue. Because in the dream, they were alive. But I have memories of them, and that keeps me warm.
I think that's something that people don't consider enough, that the longer you live, you start to outlive friends and family. Can I ask how you deal with that? Because that's a lot. That's a lot to handle, even just one person.
Can I go into little detail?
As much as you want, please.
When my mother died at age 68, I was 26, because she was 42 years old when I was born. 2 months later, my mother-in-law died. And 3 months after my mother died, President Kennedy was assassinated. So we're talking about 1963. All of America mourned the loss of the president. But in my husband's family and mine, we had 3 losses. We had the president in common, and we had 2 mothers who died. So 1963 was a very, very painful year for my husband and myself. And what more could I say? I still mourn them. But I'm glad to be alive. And I hope to be alive even longer. I am very lucky that I lived long enough to have a 4th generation, meaning my grandchild is now a parent. I have a friend who is maybe 10 years older than me, who has 5 generations. 5 generations. That means her grandchildren are grandparents. She has grandchildren who have become grandparents. Could you believe that? Only in America, or maybe in other parts of the world as well, perhaps.
That's amazing. What advice would you give to somebody who's grieving a recent loss?
Well, when I lost my husband, I went to a bereavement group. I attended it twice. And we all identified who we were and the nature of our loved one who died. And we wept. And then when I got home, I had a headache from weeping, and I decided, I'm not going back anymore. It was too painful. I mean, I empathize with the people who lost their loved ones, as they probably did for me. But I don't think it served any good solution for my problem. So every day, the pain might have been a little bit less. Yesterday's pain was worse than today's, and tomorrow was even better than today's. And my husband has been gone for 22 years. Did I ever think I would survive without him? Absolutely not. But my children brought me through the darkness, and the friends that I made did the same. So I'm very grateful for them, all my family and my friends. You know, when my husband's mother, my mother-in-law, died, my husband did not really cry much. He kept it inside of him. And I wondered, why should that be? You lose somebody you love. But not everybody sheds tears. Maybe they cry inside. When I cry, it's very outside, it's very visible. So maybe that's how he was raised, not to show emotion. I don't know. But I am emotional. So we were 2 opposites when it came to that.
Yeah, I'm afraid if you don't get it out, it's going to come out one way or another.
Yeah, and it could harm you medically. as well as up here.
I agree.
I can say this. The day that my husband died, he and I went on a bus trip from the community where I live to a casino 2 hours away. We went by bus with other people who live where I live. And the last day that we were together, we gambled a little bit. We won and we lost. We ate a delicious meal. And so when I look back to that day, I think how lucky my husband and I were that we were together and that he was not laying in a hospital bed the day he died. He was in a casino gambling and eating and laughing. And so I'm thankful for that day sadly ended tragically, but the many hours before, he was having a damn good time, winning and losing and having fun. So I remember, but the end of that story is I never went back again to that casino. It was too emotional. But I've been to others, and I always think about that day. So you have to be thankful for something in life, and that's one of the things that I am.
How long were you guys married?
45 and a half years. We were married 9 months after we met, and that was November of 1957. And he died on May 22nd, 2003. So it was 45 and a half years.
Do you have any regrets from the past?
I think everybody has regrets. Maybe I didn't spend more time with my mother. I didn't have many years with her. I only had 26 years with her. And my father remarried 2 years later, and he was happily married, and I was very happy for him. And my father loved my mother, but he got to love the lady he married 2 years after my mother died. So we would travel to Florida, where my father and his wife lived, my husband and myself and my children, every year until he died. So I have those memories too. But yes, you always you always regret that you didn't give more of yourself to the people you loved who died, who you lost. Could I have done more? Maybe I could have. Maybe I gave all that I knew how to give. But I gave what I could.